Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new, welcome. My name is Hannah, and in today's video we are discussing the newest collection for holiday from Target. So if this is something you're interested in watching, just keep on watching, and if you aren't already following me on Instagram, I would love to have you over at Hannah Naylor. Without further ado, let's get into this video. All right, you guys, so the newest holiday and Christmas decor has officially dropped on Target.com as well as in some stores. So we're gonna discuss my favorite finds from not only Hearth Hand, Studio Mcgee, but a couple items from the Wondershop as well. I have only a handful of items from all the collections that we're gonna discuss. And then I also did some B-rolls of items in store that I walked into my Target the other day, was pleasantly surprised to see that they had their items stocked on the shelves. So I'm gonna show you guys and kind of give you guys my feedback towards the end of the video. But I just want to talk about this collection just before I get into the actual products. So you guys, from the get-go, by looking at Hearth Hand and Studio Mcgee, they both went with a very traditional color palette. They definitely did a red and green. They highlighted those traditional patterns, plaids, and it's very bold. It's a very traditional, just cliche Christmas palette. When I was shopping this decor, I wasn't that impressed. I'm gonna be honest. I was not impressed with the collection because I feel like it's very similar to last year's. I feel like they just changed the color. Like, there was nothing about the collection that I just felt like I had to go and buy immediately. So that's my kind of feedback on that. And then my other takeaway, as I was thinking about it, I'm like, they both did red and green, which is a very particular color scheme for people. I think they are going to shoot themselves in the foot by doing this because it's going to eliminate a lot of their target market because, you know, not everybody decorates with red and green. A lot of people are doing untraditional colors. So you're going to eliminate those people from being able to buy product based on their colors. For example, for me, I'm not going to be doing red and green, so that doesn't really apply to my color scheme this year. Where I felt like last year, Studio Mcgee and Hearth Hand did very neutral color palettes with creams, textures, and they brought in a lot of metals like brass and brushed bronze. So that could be something that a lot of people could transition into their existing color scheme, whether that's a blue color scheme, a pink color scheme, a brass color scheme. I don't think they did themselves justice by doing such a bold red and green color scheme. I mean, almost every single thing in this collection from both Hearth Hand and Studio Mcgee are very red and green. It's beautiful, but I think they're going to have a hard time with some people that just don't want red and green for their color palette. So sound off in the comments what you guys, if you guys agree with me on that. I'm curious to hear what your thoughts, but I was just thinking about that the other day. I'm like, they only did red and green decor, which is going to eliminate a lot of people that aren't doing red and green decor for their home. So I don't know, sound off down below, but you guys, let's get into this product. All right, so let's get into product. I'm going to be referring to my laptop here to the left of me. We're gonna start with items that are on the .com, and then we're gonna transition into the things that I saw in store. So the first item that stood out to me was by Hearth Hand. It is a 26-inch natural woven tree collar. It comes in two colors. It comes in dark brown and then light brown. It is priced at $49.99, which I thought was a hair bit expensive. I think this is really pretty if you're going kind of for that natural theme. It's going to bring that texture. It's also going to bring that warmth to the bottom of your tree. Now, the only downfall looking at this collar is there's no way to break it down. So sometimes those, like, the collars that are tin, you actually have the option to remove them, like they're halved together, so that way there you can store them like within themselves if you are putting them up in the attic. Whereas this is going to be a little bit bulkier for a lot of people to store when it is not the holiday season. So that would be kind of my only downfall for a tree collar like this, but I thought it was really pretty, again, bringing in that texture and bringing in that warmth. So that's the first item. The second item from Hearth Hand is their faux pre-lit artificial pine Christmas tree. It comes in two different sizes. It has a 5-foot and a 7-foot. The 5-foot is priced at $149.99 and the 7-foot is priced at $269.99. I think this is a really beautiful tree based on the pictures. It shows the example of what it looks like in the home. I think it's really pretty. It's not super fluffy. I like when there's a little bit of sparseness in the actual branches itself. And I love the color of it. It's really well priced for a faux tree. I think this is kind of around the price that a lot of people want to stick to when it comes to having a really good quality Christmas tree without breaking the bank. It only has 1-star review, so I can't really speak too much of it, but it looks really beautiful based on pictures. And again, I really loved the price tag for both the 5 and 7 foot. So that is the next item on this. All right, the next item we are discussing are Hearth Hand's candles. So the candle that stood out to me the most was a candle that she also had in her fall collection, which is the kind of fluted glass candle. It does come in two different sizes. It comes in a 5-ounce priced at $7. And then she has the 32-ounce, which is a 6-wick candle priced at $35. Now this particular scent is balsam and berry. Very beautiful candle. I think it's aesthetically pleasing. There's not anything going on the exterior, so it will go with really any home decor theme. I really love that traditional just pine smell for winter. I think it's just as iconic for holiday. And so that's the next item. So we are shifting into Studio Mcgee's holiday collection. So the first item that stood out to me was this really beautiful 30 by 30 wall canvas art. Now, one thing I really love about this wall art is that it is not just Christmas. I love transitional items. I love items that can be multi-purpose, things that you can purchase for your holiday decor, but this is something that you can also use year round, so you're really getting your money's worth. I loved it because it's very neutral. It looks like it's supposed to be a landscape, very neutral color palette. It's got a dark wood frame. This one is priced at $60, and again, it is a 30 by 30, so a rather good size. And I thought this was really stunning, and I love it because it could be used just all year round too, not just for Christmas. So that's the first item from the Studio Mcgee collection. The next item from the Studio Mcgee collection is a wreath. So the one wreath that stood out to me was the extra large long needle pine wreath. This is a $60 wreath. They considered it an extra large. The dimensions on it are 30 by 30, so it's a pretty good size. And one thing I did like about this wreath is she brought some dimension and depth between bringing in different textures through different stems. She has a mixture of different pines in there. Some eucalyptus from what I see, some of the pine has berries on it. So you're getting that kind of dimension through the different stems, which I thought were really pretty. It is priced at 60 bucks. It is a little bit on the steeper side for a wreath. I would be curious to see what this looks like in person to see if it's worth $60, if you kind of have that like real touch feel to it. But this is not anything out of the ordinary, but I did like it because it is just a traditional beautiful pine wreath for the holiday season. So that's the next. All right, the next item from Studio Mcgee, definitely be on the hunt for because it has come in and out of stock within my kind of research on this. It is her large set of 11 velvet tree ornaments. These are a glass ornament. They come in sage green, dark chocolate brown, a caramel, a beige, and a cream. They do vary in different sizes, so you're definitely getting dimension through different size ornaments. And I just love these. I love the neutral color palette for Christmas. I love that it is untraditional. It's a very muted color palette, which I think is very complimentary for a Christmas tree. And again, these had just come back in stock when I was actually writing down my items. This was an item that I was on the fence of talking about because it was out of stock, but then I just clicked on it and it's back in stock. So definitely be on the hunt for that. I didn't mention this, but everything will be linked down in the description box that we talk about today. But that's the next item that I wanted to discuss. All right, the next item from Studio Mcgee was another item that has come and gone back in stock. It is this beautiful cast brass bell figure. It is only priced at $15. It is a beautiful brass color with what looks like just kind of like filigree etched on the outside. Love this. You guys know I love decorating with bells. I think it is iconic for Christmas time and will make such a great little just figurine topper for a stack of coffee table books or even styling on a coffee table. I love this and I think this would be such a great addition to your holiday decor. It only priced at $15. You cannot go wrong. So if it is in stock, be sure to snag it. So the next two items are from the Wondershop. Like I said, I only have 2 items on here, but this is the first item, which is a 12.5 flocked decorative deer. I think this is really pretty. I love the color of the camel and I love the material of flocked velvet. I think it's really luxe. I think it just screams Christmas in my opinion. And this guy is only priced at $5. I could see this little deer maybe paired with some just tree figurines and making a really beautiful vignette with it. Again, I love the color. I love this kind of neutral warm tone color palette for the holiday season. And at $5, it's just a no-brainer. So that's the next item that I wanted to do. The next item is another item from the Wondershop and it is this 10-inch flocked decorative Christmas tree. It almost has a fluting on the exterior and it's in this beautiful dark red color. I think this is so rich, so luxe for only 10 bucks. And that's the last item that I want to discuss before showing you guys the items that I saw in store. All right, you guys already know the girls and I had to head over to Target to check out the newest Christmas collection from Hearth Hand and Studio Mcgee. Like I mentioned in the beginning of my video, the colors are definitely traditional patterns, red and green. That is definitely what we are seeing in store. Starting with her candles, we already talked about this kind of classic glass vessel, but she also brought a couple of different kind of sweater-like patterns to her candles. It did come in red and it did come in green. Again, it's going to be very traditional and it's going to be very specific for certain people. This is going to be kind of a busier candle that will be harder to style with. When I was there, she didn't have too many stems out. I could still be too early, but there was this little cute vase that had these berry stems in it. It was priced at $10, which I thought was pretty expensive given there were only 3 little branches. It did have its larger sister, which was priced at $25. I think this is definitely a better buy compared to the two. Out of her Christmas stocking collection, this was my favorite. It was definitely a neutral cream, kind of crocheted-like stocking. The others were definitely more of your traditional red and green, definitely that plaid stripe colors. I loved that crocheted one just because it was a little bit more neutral. She did have 2 different stocking holders. It came in black and it came in brass. These were both priced at $11.99 a piece. She then had these 5-inch brass bell garland. I thought this would be really fun hanging on a mantle or even used as a bowl filler. We then moved into the Studio Mcgee section. They had a ton of textiles. The one blanket that stood out to me was this kind of Barefoot Dreams inspired blanket. It was 2-sided with a white and cream finish. Loved that. It was super soft and that was priced at $30. These next set of decorative trees were both made out of leather. The larger one was priced at $20 and the smaller one was priced at $15. Very similar to the ones that she did previously, just different material. Now these next candles are candles that she's featured last year. Not much has changed here, but if you really love the traditional pine scent, this is a really great candle. One thing I do love about this capsule is the vessels are all different, so you can really play with it based on your color scheme, based on your kind of style. I love that there's multi-options for this particular scent, and if you love that pine, again, really great option to bring into your home. Alright guys, and that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed this kind of first video showcasing some of the newer product from Target for Christmas and holiday season. But before we go, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. You know to hit that bell button for every time I upload a video. And until next time, I love you guys so much, and we'll see you then. Peace.